What is so ancient only an internet veteran can remember? Pictures loading one line at a time. Clicks nude. Goes to kitchen, opens freezer, removes burrito, unwraps burrito, puts burrito in microwave, sets time, hits start. Goes back to computer. Wow, pretty eyes. Nice lips. Microwave beeps. Goes back to microwave, removes burrito, goes to fridge, gets can of Mountain Dew, carries food back to computer. Shapely neck. Nice shoulders. I bet her rack is awesome. Checks watch, debates opening Minesweeper, but afraid it might slow down the nude pic rendering, decides not to open Minesweeper. Boo, it's a bikini. Just wasted 15 minutes downloading this. Edit, thanks for the gold. Having a stack of magazines or something else by the computer to distract yourself while a web page loads. Or worst, when you have to download updates. Dial in and pray it finished overnight without the connection being dropped. Or someone calls and the modem disconnects. When I finally invested in a second line, I fancied myself quite the high-tech beast master. I remember when you couldn't use the computer and be on the phone at the same time unless you had two separate phone lines. And you had to dial in to the internet. The provider gave out a list of numbers in case one was busy. Yep. Getting kicked off the internet when mom needed to make a call. And then waiting what felt like hours while she just casually chatted on the phone. My mom would call us on the landline from her work to check in on us as my brother and I were home alone after school. We were not to use the computer or the internet when parents weren't home. We cracked the computer password pretty fast, but couldn't use the internet freely because then she wouldn't be able to reach us on the phone and we'd get busted. So we timed when she'd usually call us, about once every hour for 3 hours, and dialed into the internet between her calls, then drop it so when she called, the call would go through. It worked for about 2 weeks. One time, she had called us, checked in, and then we happily went to get on the computer. Little did we know, she forgot to mention something she wanted us to do, so she tried to call 10 minutes later. Except the internet was already fired up and she didn't get through to us till we got off an hour later. Boy, did we get in trouble. Amazon.com being a bookstore. Their MCC, Merchant Category Code, is still bookstore. US Bank used to have bookstores as a 5% cashback option with the Cash Plus credit card. They eventually removed that as an option, but not until after I spent $10,000 at Amazon and got 5% off. The Amazon Chase card still gives you 6% off. You think you're better than me, guy? At least 1% better. Here are a few. Getting magazines in the mail that contained programs that you could hand type in. Saving up to upgrade your EGA card to VGA and not realizing how expensive a VGA monitor was. Mod files, your grandfather's MP3. MIDI files were another easily obtainable music option. DOS 6.22 was a game changer. We thought the Amiga was going to be a game changer. Local BBSs and local long distance being ridiculously expensive compared to interstate long distance. Calling the next city was 25 cents per min while calling across the country was 10 cents. IRQ conflicts. Upgrading your 8-bit sound card to a 16-bit sound card. Computer shopper. Computer swap meets. I remember sending my first email in 1983 and borrowing a dumb terminal to sign onto SFU's computer from home. The terminal was like the size of a 40-pound suitcase or sewing machine box. You opened it by folding the keyboard down at one end. At which point you would see a 3 by 4-inch monochrome display. You took your home phone handset and plugged it into 2 rubber holders. Then you dialed up the university. It was 300 baud, so you could almost type faster. Every web page having textured backgrounds and animated GIFs. Yahoo being the search engine everyone used. Web-based chats where you had to keep refreshing to get any messages. Video downloads being so slow. I remember watching Star Trek Voyager videos and downloading, and even at low resolution they took 20 minutes plus to download, so spent ages watching the first 5 seconds multiple times, then watching the first 10 seconds multiple times. During the early days, there was an art project called Hell.com. I don't know if it still exists. It had shit down decades ago. It was an interesting amalgam of art and programming. Hidden links and messages would expand the amount of stuff to explore and experience. I spent hundreds of hours playing with a fractal project before finding the right combination of clicks to open a new page. It was wild at a time when most pages were walls of text. Buying PC Gamer magazines as those demo discs were the only way I could get to try them out. Downloading a demo via 56K was a gamble before torrents, as once a call came in, you couldn't resume your download. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.